Hello, hello, welcome to Real Talk with Maz, where I talk about spirituality, relationships, awakening, just consciousness, and basically life on an island. I just moved to Isle of Mull, so I just basically talk about everything. I really want to start taking YouTube more seriously, do you know what I mean? Um, because, okay, she's honestly, she looks so cute and innocent, but she's absolutely a little devil, aren't you? Her and her brother, her and Ziggy fighting because she thinks Ziggy's bigger than her, and she thinks that she's a boss, girl. Don't you? This is Bella. She's a pest, aren't you, Bella? Hmm? It's absolutely pissing a rain outside, and I thought, why not just do a YouTube? Because I actually enjoy doing YouTubes, and because I'll be honest, before I couldn't talk. I would be so quiet, like I'd go to recovery meetings because I talk about addiction as well. Because I was in addiction for many years, and I would hate talking. I would hate even getting up in the middle of a meeting just to go to the toilet because I would be paranoid thinking everyone's staring at me. And now you couldn't shut me up. And you know what I was down to? It's basically because I lived in fear for many years, worrying about what people thought of me and wanting to be liked, and was a chronic people pleaser. And then once I started like loving myself and doing a bit of inner work and working through my shadows, and I actually realised I'm actually not a bad a person, do you know what I mean? But because I'd been programmed to think that I'm not worthy, or because I didn't fit societal, like, then, or just whatever it was, do you know what I mean? I was like, I never fitted in. That was what it was. I just never fitted in. Like, I wasn't the one who followed the crowd. Do you know what I mean? Everyone would be following a crowd, and I'd be doing total opposite. So but I thought I'm just gonna come on, do a YouTube. I didn't even know what I'm gonna talk about, so if I ramble, it's all good. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't. I was scared of what people thought of me, and now I seriously don't. I It's because as well I didn't care if I'm on my own forever. Do you know what I mean? No friends, no nothing, because you get to realise that, yeah, actually your own company is actually pretty good. Do you know what I mean? Because I remember most of my life I was running for myself. I didn't love myself. I just didn't like myself. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. So yeah, I wasn't. But now you couldn't get me to shut up. What a difference, do you know what I mean? And that's just because I know my worth now. I know who I am at a soul level. So if somebody says, "Oh, you're blah blah blah," I'll say, "I and." Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't bother me if people's talking about me, or people's opinion of me. Like, I was worried about what people thought of me, and now I seriously dinna give two fucks. I seriously dinna, because yeah, you learn that the only person that you really need to worry about is yourself, is letting yourself down. You know what I mean? Because before, I'd be worried about letting this one down, letting that one down, chronic people pleaser, and it was constantly leaving me drained. Do you know what I mean? And that's in relationships as well, because yeah, the thing is, like, with relationships, friendships, you can tell, like, if you're with some friends and you leave and you're feeling drained and things like that. um it's, you know, your body's clearly telling you that, you know what I mean. Sometimes I wouldn't listen to my intuition, but now I do. Like, your body tells you what's happening, but I used to, like, ignore it, like in relationships. I've been single 9 years. I have put myself out there now and again, but if I put myself real quick back, because yeah, I think a lot of people are not dating as much as what they used to, because we're realizing we're worth. We're just not able to settle for just mediocre. And because when I was years ago, when I was in toxic sort of relationship, I was just as toxic. Do you know what I mean? I can't say that it was them, because no, I took responsibility for my own actions. But yeah, a lot of it was. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying there. Honestly, it's a menopause. It really is. But that's what I'm saying. It drained my energy. The relationships I was in, it was draining my energy. I was just feeling depleted all the time, and I just didn't know what was up with me. And it wasn't until, like, you notice, see, when a lot of people break up in relationships, do you notice how a lot of people like just blossom, like they get thin, they're looking all well and all in, and they look younger and everything, because that relationship was draining their energy, and you can see it physically in their body. And like some people get ailments and all with it, because your body tells you, but you didn't listen. But I do listen now. Before, like when in relationships, I would just keep going and thinking and seeing their potential. Like I'd be seeing people's potential, and nay, like looking at where what they're doing right at that precise moment, and that's who they actually are. Do you know what I mean? What they show you is actually how they feel about you. I'm on about relationships. Do you know what I mean? If they show you like they're nay, like, you know, like not answering your messages, not really giving you the attention or energy or whatever, and they're too busy going out, and you're not a priority to them. Do you know what I mean? That's basically how they feel about you. Do you know what I mean? It took me a long time to realise that. And another thing is your peace. Your peace is a non-negotiable for me. Is there's no way I could let anyone, because that's what I'm saying. When you realise when you're in the wrong relationship, it's like they take your energy and they take you away from your purpose. And that's in friendships as well. Like that's how you know if you're with the right friendships as well, because they don't drain you. They help you with your purpose, or you help them. You know what I mean? It's give and take. It's not like constantly our energy vampires who just take our hand for you. And you'll realise as well, if you're in the right relationship or friendships, it'll take you off your purpose. It'll take you off who you are. Do you know what I mean? You'll start people pleasing, and then that starts affecting your inner world. Do you know what I mean? And because it's true, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I for myself, I had to let go a lot of friendships that I thought it would come with me on this awakening journey. But no, some people didn't like seeing you succeeding. Do you know what I mean? Because it's showing them where they're not doing the work, and it's just a fact. A lot of your friends and family and family as well. Do you know what I mean? Some family members just didn't like seeing you succeeding, because it's just the way it is. It's a fucked up world, I'm telling you. It's a lot of fucking... If you're anything like me, you'll want people to succeed in this journey. Do you know what I mean? This awakening, because after all, we are one. Okay, that's the thing. Nobody realises. Not a lot of people do know that, but people who have done inner work and know about consciousness and that know that we are all one consciousness, just experiencing ourselves in different bodies. But and it gives me a bit of a thing with, you know, when there's like some arsehole just being a total arsehole, I'm like, fuck, you know, there's another me, like, but it's just, it's a fucking jungle out here. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought I'm gonna start doing more YouTubes and just talking about my life, because I seriously didn't even know what content creating was, and doing YouTubes and that sorts of things. Do you know what I mean? I'm half a century. Well, I'm a lot older than that, but here I'm half a century. But I just want to like start sharing my life and my journey, like writing books and creating digital products, and I've just started a business helping people publish their own books, because I had an experience in the publishing business and it wasn't good. I don't want to go too much into it, but I'll say is I learned a lot from it, and I don't want anyone to go through that experience what I done. Do you know what I mean? I lost money, I lost time, I lost energy, and I didn't do my research. I didn't do the research. Do you know what I mean? It looked all nice and outside until you got underneath and found out that it's a bloody con. Not con, but well, I hate watch what I'm saying, but yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch. There's a lot of sharks out there, so I want to help people publish their own books. So if you've ever thought about writing a book, comment book down below, and I'll message you back, because yeah, I didn't have a clue how to write books and everything, and I just learned myself. I'm a self-taught publisher. Do you know what I mean? I just found out the hard way. Trust me, I wanted to throw the laptop away a few times, but yeah, you get there in the end. Do you know what I mean? So I want to help guide other people who's wanting to write books, and I want to do it different as well, because a lot of them publishing businesses take royalties and want the rights on your books and everything. I don't want none of that, do you know what I mean? I don't want, that would be your thing, do you know what I mean, if you was interested. Because there's a lot of sharks out there in that publishing world, I can assure you of that, Ken. But yeah, if you like talking about all sorts of subjects and wanting to know what I'm up to, give us a follow and a like. It's Real Talk with Maz, and I hope you have a brilliant day, whatever you're up to. I'm away to chill out and see to the dogs. I'm away to feed them. I've got 3 dogs. Honestly, they're like 3 kids fighting between them, and honestly, there's never a boring moment in this house with 3 dogs. I can assure you that. But yeah, have a lovely day. Much love.